We're looking at Ernie Singletary's defense, and it's really a series of tactics that were developed by Eddie Futch, and he's filtering Archie Moore and the things that Archie Moore used to throw off an experienced opponent. What I find so interesting about this is it's Archie Moore filtered through Joe Frazier's gym. Moore would check the faster opponent's jab and then roll off their right hand and fall inside their critical distance and mug them with the left hook. It starts here and then goes to this, and then when he throws a punch or he makes a punch miss, he falls right into this. They weren't just copying Archie Moore, they were applying these tactics to the problem, which was Tommy Hearns. Okay, if we can all agree that standing up at the critical distance with Hearns and fanning the air at the middle distance was not the answer to this problem, then how are you going to teach or prepare a fighter to solve this problem? What are the tactics that can gain ring generalship and allow the less powerful puncher to outbox the big hitter? Okay, let's really focus for a minute and see how these great minds of that era in boxing applied the fundamentals to this problem. Singletary needs to move in behind his own jab in order to change the distance and then be able to break down and get underneath Hearns' right hand and make the fight at a much closer gap. Now we need to step back and look at the fundamentals, and this starts with shot selection. He needs to move behind his jab in order to first obstruct Hearns' vision and also to obstruct his right hand on the way in. When we slow the video way down, it's easy to see very specific Eddie Futch taught tactics for shot placement, where he's throwing the jab that would never reach Hearns' chin. That's the problem. So he's punching his left shoulder, he's putting his palm in front of his eyes for an instant, or he's punching Hearns' right glove, which is obstructing his right hand. So he's checking the left jab, taking it off rhythm, and then throwing his jab at Hearns' right glove, which is obstructing him getting the right hand off while Singletary moves forward. The result of the effectiveness of these tactics was that Hearns had to change to a left hook to the body, and Singletary was able to break down and take his body away as a target and block it with his elbows. And then suddenly the fight is at a range that's comfortable for someone from Joe Frazier's gym, a range where he can counterpunch. You deploy these kind of tactics until it's obvious it begins to bother the other guy, or he changes what he's doing. And ideally, like in this case, we're trying to take away even just a percentage of Hearns' 1-2.
Singletary is tough. Singletary's taking a good punch.
As the fight enters the 6th round, we're going past the halfway point, and the tactics change, and let's watch and see what happens.
Of the two, and has a lot more stamina.
Okay, let's go. All right. All right, we've been talking about Tommy Hearns' left eye. It seems no worse.
One thing's for sure, it's no better.
They're doing a good job in the corner on that cut, though.
Well, there has been no steady flow of blood out of his eye.
Watch Singletary's left eye now. I think it's starting to close.
Thomas Hearns and
The jabs.
white trunks with the Bahamian stripes down the side. Ernie Singletary with the white trunks and the blue stripe and border. Jay Edson, the referee. Doing a nice job in there.
Sure is. Uh-oh. Something happened to Tommy Hearns' left eye. He's blinking it.
He probably got thumbed. I didn't see it.
Might have been a thumb.
That's usually what happens. He probably got a thumb in it.
A good recommendation for that thumbless glove they're now using in the drill.
You're right. Now he's got to cut under the eye.
I see blood.
It
A lot
was
of
probably
blood
more-
around the left eye of Thomas Hearns.
It was probably more than just a thumb. He probably got butted if there was a cut there because he didn't get hit.
Hearns staying at long range now, trying to pick a spot. He doesn't want Singletary to get close to that eye, the left eye.
Push out of it.
Singletary's eye has a little abrasion under his eye also.
His left eye is starting to close.
Yeah, slight abrasion right under it.
Singletary going for the eye with the jab and running into that right.
Let's watch the hold and watch that stuff. All right, okay, let's go.
Hearns is cautioned and apologizes.
Actually, it was a good defensive move on Tommy Hearns.
He's turning the jab into a hook now very effectively. That's Tommy Hearns. Singletary coming in with a single purpose to get at the eye, but he's forgetting everything else.
Nobody ever expected as good a fight as this one, I'll guarantee you.
Real good fight. Hearns showing that quickness again that he showed in the early rounds. Fast feet, fast hands.
Hearns, when throwing that left hook to the body, caught his elbow. That's one thing that fighters have to watch out for. When you're throwing that left hook, you can't hit the elbow. You can break your thumb.
Looks like Hearns got a little red mouthpiece, too.
Well, it's not been a walkover for Thomas Hearns, I'll tell you that. He'll be in shape when this is over.
They'll be ready for a rest after this is over.
He's going to find out what it is to fight heavier men.
Hearns picking his spots.
You know, I think it has nothing to do with the weight. It's the fighter you fight is what it really matters.